Hey
Hey
guys.
guys.
God fucking welcome to episode 6 of the Cephalo Podcast Show. I'm Octopus and we got Nick, Mike, Nick Vantage, Passable, and Trash Crab. And no fuck you Randy today.
This is why I said to let us say our own.
Alright.
Then you didn't have to remember.
Yeah, you can go ahead and say your own.
You fuck.
Yep. But anyway, yeah, we're talking about snakes. We're talking about
Snakes?
food, and we're talking about creatures. Sea creatures, land creatures, spider monkeys.
God, I love how our quote-unquote rehearsal did us no good again.
One of these days it'll do us good.
It's beautiful.
Did I say the
Did I say snakes?
Yeah, I said snakes.
Snakes?
And food. We all like to eat it, I think.
Cephalo poop cat.
I think everybody eats. Is there anybody who doesn't eat food? Have you ever met anybody who's like, oh, no, I don't like eating food?
How depressed am I at the moment?
I mean,
Not yet.
yeah, I was going to say, that's a kind of a conditional question.
No, I mean, just like...
For what I think you're going for? No, no one's ever said that to me. But
I mean, just in general, like a normal, healthy person who's just like, yeah, I don't really like eating food.
Well, no, because that's not a normal, healthy thing, is it?
I guess not.
Either you got an eating disorder, or you're depressed, or you're some fucking...
Which kind of makes me think, why do fucking people like being called foodies? Isn't everybody a foodie?
Well, it's a way to make themselves elite and better than the rest of us
It's like,
peasants.
oh yeah, I'm a foodie. Okay, what makes you a foodie? I go to restaurants and eat food.
Like I leave Yelp reviews on everything.
Yeah, I was gonna
I have
say,
a
I think-
local guide badge.
Yeah, foodies are like the people who take pictures of everything they eat and then review everything they eat.
Yeah, I mean they're just food hipsters, dude. Like, just
All
Oh,
the
for sure.
another type
foodies,
of hipster, bro.
hear me out.
Technically,
All
we
the cool
were
foodies.
more hipster than them because we were doing it before they did. We just weren't bragging about it.
And it really wasn't cool back then.
But yeah, no. So technically, everybody's a foodie, and if you call yourself a foodie, you're just pretentious. That's my hot take.
Some kind of liberal.
We're yogis.
You're some type of food liberal.
The worst.
Oh, I'm a liberal because I eat food.
Fucking food lib.
I eat food and I drink Bud Light.
Fucking eat lib.
But dude, so you know what the most powerful feeling in the world is? Being able to make your own food. That, like, okay, so my favorite food is tonkatsu, and the fact that I can make like the best fucking tonkatsu, that's fucking powerful, dude.
Like in what
Making
way?
foods.
What are you trying to
making
say?
Food's a little bit too conservative for me, I think.
What am I?
It's a little too what? Did you say too gay? Because that would have been fucking awesome.
I was saying making food's a little bit too conservative for me, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all a bunch of leftists. We can't be making our own food, especially on a gas grill.
No, dude. If you're fucking making food, you're not out spending money in
Shouldn't use for
restaurants
charcoal or wood anyways,
like
not
Reagan, wants you to. So, I mean,
So are you making tonkatsu ramen? Is that what you're saying?
No. Well, I guess I could make tonkatsu ramen, and that'd be pretty dang.
no, he's talking about what you would read on the menu of katsu.
I just guess I don't know what tonkatsu
It's
is without ramen, I guess.
It's chicken fried pork, dude.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
or chicken fried chicken.
But it's good.
But
Yeah, I love tonkatsu ramen.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, no, that's it. I mean, technically going by the words he used, that would be what he was saying, but
yeah, I mean,
he
like,
showed it off to me and talked about it a bunch of times, so I knew what he was talking about.
I'm talking about, like, okay, the way I make it is I like fucking bread the panko or bread the chicken with panko or the pork, and then I'll fucking serve it over like cabbage. Shout out to Cabbage Jim, and rice. And then I make like a Japanese style barbecue sauce that I use like ketchup, Worcestershire sauce. What else do I put in it?
Lost your sister sauce.
Yeah, lost your sister. Where's your sister?
Wooster?
Rooster sauce, yes, and oyster sauce, and a little bit of rice vinegar.
Oh, you meant oyster sauce.
No.
Yeah, I know, dude.
But yeah, dude, it's a powerful feeling where I'm just like, dude, I really want tonkatsu, but I don't want to go out to eat, so I can make my own. Like, you feel like a fucking god. At least I do.
Yeah, you might be singular in that feeling.
Yeah.
Definitely don't get that sense.
I agree.
when
I
I make
agree
my
if
own
there's
food.
like, if there's like, you know, one of those dishes where you're like, oh shit, I can make this, and you didn't realize you could fucking make it. Like, I'm not a big cook, but there is some things where I'm just like, shit, I did that.
Yeah, I definitely get what you're saying, especially in the sense, like, even if you do know how to cook, when you take on a dish that you've never cooked before, but you still manage to fucking, make it good, that's a decent feeling, It's like, oh,
It's
fuck.
like the
Maybe I
Infinity
do
Stones.
know what I'm doing around here.
I mean, maybe saying I feel like a god is a little egotistical of me.
Oh, maybe it's
Like
a
a
little.
demigod.
Yeah,
Like
a demigod.
you know,
Exactly.
not like, yeah, I mean, like a god, maybe a little bit too much, but like, like your mom
like
was a god, your
Hercules,
dad was,
not
yeah,
Zeus,
just
but
a
Hercules.
dude.
Okay, so here's what I'm getting at. The town I live in, there's only one place to get tonkatsu, and
He makes himself food and he gives himself a bone. That's what he's getting.
Dude,
at.
exactly. And I can make tonkatsu
Right.
better than the one restaurant in a 50-mile radius that serves it. You're gonna tell me, okay, Alex, let's say you lived in the middle, or Trash Crab, you lived like in the middle of nowhere, right? And there's one restaurant. What's your favorite food?
Sushi probably.
Sushi. Okay, what if you lived in a place where you have to drive 50 miles to get sushi? Really fucking good,
Dude,
really good sushi.
I live in a place where I don't have to do that, and I still make it myself.
Okay, but what if you were What if you were the person who made the best sushi in San Diego? Would you not feel like a demigod? Where?
I mean, I feel talented. Definitely wouldn't feel like a fucking.
Same thing, right?
Yeah. Of course, same thing. Pride, godliness, the same.
What I'm starting to realize,
They're just
I
talented.
feel
dudes,
super
right?
clean, because like that's next to God, right?
yeah.
Be like, oh
So,
man,
yeah.
I'm squeaky.
I think that's one of the 10 Commandments. Squeaking
be squeaking ass.
to command of demigodliness.
So
That's definitely commandment 9 is if your ass wants to be a demigod, you best be fucking clean as hell.
Yep.
what I'm
Yep.
gathering is I'm very full of myself when it comes to cooking. That's
Let me commend you, though that might not be the best idea after you just talked about how big your ego is, but on recognizing that.
Maybe it's gonna be $30 for your therapy session, and I'll give you my Zelle information.
all right. That works. Oh, dude. So no, we can't go down that route because then it's like, oh wow, this show's a rip off of Therapy Gecko. That shout out to Lyle.
For real.
The green homie holding it down.
Hold on. We could be
Not an actual therapist, just so anyone who goes there is clear.
therapy squid.
But he really does cuff work.
Absolutely.
Dude, therapy.
I mean, he's like a guy that makes dank memes. It's just
Yeah.
What would you do without someone like that?
I wonder how good Therapy Gecko can cook. Do you think he can cook like?
I don't know. I mean, I guess the initial question would be, what skill level are we talking about when you say cook? you know, and
like,
can he even cook?
Can he cook as good as I can?
Probably not, because I'm just guessing that he hasn't worked as a chef or as a cook or whatever, but maybe
That
he
is a big
has.
upper hand you got.
That is, man. Now
Being in the kitchen every day makes a giant difference. Like when I was going to school, fucking, like I could produce shit so goddamn easy, and now when I go back and try and do stuff, it's like, fuck, I'm so out of practice.
But yeah, I kind of want to give him a call, dude. Oh, dude, you know, it'd be really cool if like we somehow managed to call Therapy Gecko while doing our own podcast,
That's actually a really good idea.
and we could like essentially force him to collaborate with us.
By the end of it, just let him know, like, hey, you were on the podcast.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
most likely he'll be like, oh, sick, and then that'll be a clip
'Cause
that
When he
might
picks
clip,
up
hopefully.
and he's like, "Oh, you're on with the Therapy Gecko," be like, "This is the Cephala podcast with our guest this evening, Therapy Gecko." Just fucking flip it on him.
These are marketable ideas. Write this down.
Yeah,
These are
dude,
hilarious.
I'm gonna have to look into that because like I've been wanting to call him anyway because like I love his show, dude. Like, he's just entertaining as fuck. Like,
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
and like
The people he gets are so gems.
yeah, dude, because like you don't know what you're gonna get with like each episode. Like I don't like reading the title. I just like fucking letting them play. Like there's one the one guy who called in because he was like, oh yeah, I'm sexually attracted to spaghetti.
Just forget.
And then he's like,
That's
are
understandable.
you fucking with me right now? And then he's like,
"That is the sexiest of the pastas."
yeah.
Let's be
No,
honest.
linguinias. No, let's not get too
No.
let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
Spaghettiness is next to sexiness. Corinthians 3:19.
All right, so let's passable.
King James Dean Bible.
Passable.
Yes.
If you were to stick your dick in any pasta, what kind of pasta would it be?
Does it have to be like noodle specific, or can it be a pasta dish?
I mean,
Pasta, yeah. As
Your
long as
world,
it's like,
baby.
Pasta's pretty broad.
yeah, just as long as it has pasta in it.
Does it have to be like single noodle, or do I get like a serving of noodles?
Definitely a serving.
Yeah.
Like if somebody gave you a big ass plate of whatever pasta dish you want, which would you ask for to put your wiener in?
Probably fettuccine noodles. Served at a temperature that wouldn't hurt me or make me sad.
Yeah, we'll assume that that's a given, is that it's cooled to a fuckable temperature.
I was just about to say.
So about
Yep.
80 to 90 degree fettuccine.
They
Yeah,
teach you that in
Closer
culinary
to
school.
90.
90, yeah.
Yeah, probably like a good, 93-degree fettuccine. Mwah.
So like slightly above like the average human body temperature.
No. Average human body temperature is about 98 degrees there, dude. 98 and a half. So,
What's the average temperature of the average like inside of a butthole or a vagina? Is there a difference between the temperature of those two?
Can you pull
I
that
don't
up,
think
Randy?
so. And I think it's probably
I mean, none
98.
that I've noticed.
Probably 98 point. Probably the same temperature as, the rest of the inside of your body. Homeostasis and all that.
What did you call
I
me?
was gonna guess like 69.
Called you a
Nice.
homeostasis.
But yeah. So so for me, I want to say lasagna, but lasagna is always like fucking piping
That's a-
hot.
Nightmare,
Yeah.
dude. God.
Maybe like room temperature lasagna.
You'd
See,
have
then
to
you're,
like
you're
make
running
a
into
nip-
like all these
a dick
congealed
noodle
fucking
burrito.
cheese issues
Oh, yeah.
when you're talking
If you had like
lasagna,
if you had like a fork tip dick, it'd be different. But with a spoon dick, or I don't know what type of dick you're working with, what type of utensil you got down there.
Definitely a
It's
spoon.
chopstick.
Kebab.
It's a skewer, you know, long and thin.
Yeah. Did I show you? How do you know this?
That's why they call me Captain Stabbin.
Yeah. Put that up on stream.
Pixar didn't happen.
Okay, so yeah, fucking lasagna is definitely out of the question.
Yeah. No, I mean anything that's gonna be like casserole style really is not
I mean,
happening.
if that's your choice, that's your choice. You know, I mean, I feel like,
I mean,
if pasta's
I think
what you want,
macaroni and
there's-
cheese would probably be the closest you could get.
there's worse things to fuck,
Yeah, there's always something worse to fuck, my
I
friend.
mean, I could put.
Somebody fucks Trump, so.
Heyo.
Hey, yo.
I mean, yeah,
Unless he pays him.
I could like roll up like poison ivy and put it in like a fucking like a toilet paper
Fleshlight?
roll or a fleshlight, yeah.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Toilet paper roll, even better.
And
There we
I could
go.
stick my
Little
wiener in
lemon
there,
juice on there.
and I could fuck that, and
Progress,
you
that's
could
what just
still
said.
say there's worse things to fuck.
Oh,
Yeah,
for sure.
there's
without a doubt.
always something worse.
What? Okay, so what would the absolute worst thing to be, put your dick in be?
Jesus fucking Christ, man. What is with you tonight? Like, what kind of pasta you want to fuck? What's the worst thing to stick your dick in? What the fuck is going to be next? Like,
Now we
I
know
would
he was
say, like-
projecting when he called me a perv.
I know.
Yeah.
Damn. Someone's got cock on the mind.
Yeah, dude, shit, dude. I always have cock.
We
You
get
know how
it.
many times I've been to
You're
HR because I have
pretending to be gay.
wiener in my mind?
Get it. You're a closet homo. Fucking A.
Anyway,
Or he's just. or he's a
Okay,
brutal
worst thing.
exhibitionist.
Like
me.
like a fleshlight, made out of fucking, lined with like razor wire with fucking
Ooh.
lemon juice lube and salt.
And
Oh, shit.
it's infected with like several STDs.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, yeah. So
Unknown STDs,
yeah, like fucking
brand new ones.
super herpes. Like
Brand new STD, and he comes up with super herpes.
Brand new
it just turns
Yeah.
it turns your wiener into like one big herpy.
Not
It's like
poopy
old
dick butt
herpes.
or something like that. Not fucking shit cum.
I would say like a certain type of acid that like slowly dissolves your cock while you're putting it in there. That would be
Yeah,
the worst, I think.
a pool of flesh-eating bacteria.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
That'd be
something like
pretty
that where
fucking bad.
you have to like feel it all just like fall off and dissipate into nothing. And
So
it
leprosy's
also-
out
it also-
because they weren't feeling it.
It also gives you super herpes.
It's served up on the side. Little super herpes.
Hell yeah. Just
Oh god.
yeah, it'd be cool.
Any other burning dick questions? Cody?
Now that
I
you
mean,
mention
octopus.
it,
If you have burning dick questions, you should talk to a doctor.
it's a super herpes, man.
Nah, we'll help you, dude. It's fine. You can just talk to us.
We can be your therapist, but I don't know about your urologist.
I'll be your proctologist. Hey yo.
Hey,
Okay, so I think all my dick questions have been answered. So
Oh, have they?
for the time
Are you sure?
for the time
That
being,
is
yeah.
surprising. I have to say, I am shocked by that. I thought we were in for a night of dick questions.
Yeah, I thought I'd throw a curveball out there for you guys.
So since we're supposed to be talking about
curved?
snakes, what's the sexiest snake?
Pit viper. Easy. Have you ever seen a pit viper like with a mouth wide open like
No, but I've seen a goose with its mouth wide open. That's some sexy shit right there.
Really?
Nothing like tongue teeth. It's hot.
It is pretty hot.
Yeah, that's what you want,
But
when you're getting blown.
serious story time right here. But back when I was a wee young lad, I lived in Florida, and Florida's got a lot of snakes. So I went outside. I caught some snakes. You catch the snakes, and then because I was like watching Crocodile Hunter, so I was like, oh shit, I can do this. But I found this big ass fucking like cottonmouth. I was like, if Steve Irwin can do this, so can I. So I caught it, and I brought it in the house. I'm like holding it by its fucking head, and it's like,
Yeah.
just like dangling around me. I caught it and brought it into the house, and I showed my mom. I was like, hey, look at this. She's like, what the fuck is that? What are you doing? What the fuck?
That was fucking passable.
Wait. Okay.
Wow, you really threw him off, man. Good job.
Well, it was that, and then somebody like dipped out of the podcast, so I was like,
Oh yeah, that was
yeah, I
old
see what's
Nicholas.
going on now. But yeah, so I'd always catch a bunch of like fucking venomous ass snakes. And by the way, there's a difference between venomous and poisonous, and I'm so sick of people saying, "Ooh, it's a poisonous snake. Are you gonna fucking eat it?" That shouldn't matter. Unless
I'm
Delicious
sure
snake.
if you ingested the snake's poison glands,
It'd probably kill you.
it would be poisonous to you.
Oh no, I
you
actually read something about that where I mean I could totally be wrong. I'm not like a fucking snake expert or anything, despite what people may think. But I read
I don't know,
somewhere
after all those questions, you might be.
I read somewhere that actually let me look it up right now because I think you can actually like orally ingest snake venom as long as you don't have like any cuts on your mouth and be totally okay. But I'm going to
Yeah,
I'm gonna
You don't have any ulcers either.
yeah. Can you ingest snake venom?
Great, drink it.
So, yeah. So basically, I was right. You can actually drink snake venom, and as long as there's no ulcers or cuts anywhere in your throat or mouth, you'll be good.
I mean, you're not gonna be good.
You'd be a lot better than you would be if you were bitten by said snake.
Well, yeah. I'm saying, like, you're not gonna be good. Your stomach is not, at the bare minimum, your stomach is gonna be pretty upset that it's got fucking venom in it.
Maybe, but
Yeah,
that's.
like it won't kill you, bro.
But
It'd be $20 if you do it.
$20? Shit, I can almost
20?
buy a record with that.
Well, almost.
All right, you got the snake. I'll do it. Actually, I got a little ulcer right here, so
You know
maybe
what?
not.
You know what? I'm picking the snake.
Is it gonna be a pit viper?
Yep.
Nice. But dude,
Two pit vipers.
dude. So also speaking of creatures, we here on the Oregon coast, we have these little fucking beetles. They're like green with little white lines, and if you catch them, they fucking hiss at you. I took a picture of it. I was like, dude, what the fuck is this? And Google was like, oh yeah, that's a watermelon beetle, and if you catch them, they hiss at you. I'm like, no fucking way. So next time I saw one, I did it. I caught it, and it went. It's pretty cool.
So, you told that story bad. So let's go back to catching this thing. Like, how did you go about it? You like walked on up and grabbed it, or like what? Like, I mean, come on.
Nah. Oh yeah. Okay. Wow. Yeah. So I took a stick with like fucking like a fork at the end, like, and I went up behind the snake and I like pinned its head down with it.
All right, yeah, the standard method.
Yeah. And then from
Okay.
there, I like grabbed it by the fucking head. Was it probably one of the dumbest things I've ever done? Yeah. Did I ever get bit? Nah, so it can't be that dumb. And if anybody's watching, if you ever see a venomous snake, that's how you catch it. And I highly recommend doing it.
You want a good like 2 to 3 foot long solid stick with like a nice, forked end, with shorter prongs so you can trap the head against the ground.
And I highly recommend catching
But you
it.
do need to grab it real fast.
Yeah, because they can still like swing their
surprise,
head.
it'll slither right out of the fucking crotch.
Man,
But yeah, definitely use a stick. Don't just try to snatch it because it will bite you on the way in for sure.
And if you're like a kid, if you're like a child,
I'm back.
Hey.
Sorry.
catch it anyway and
hey.
show your parents. I'm sure they would love it.
Just throw it right at them.
Man, you know what? That's something that's very underrated. We got to start giving more like terrible advice.
No.
I don't know. That's a
I don't have
pretty
the money for a
bad
lawsuit.
idea.
No, I like that idea. I say
That's a pretty bad idea.
go outside, especially if you live in like Australia or some shit. Go outside, catch,
Grab the nearest snake you can find.
grab the nearest snake you can find, jump in a tidal pool. Anything with spikes and bright colors, just fucking pick that shit up, dude. No problem. What's the worst that's gonna
Lick it.
happen? It's a fucking like
Delicious.
snail,
It's snail. You're fine.
dude. The fucking
Just a shell.
have you ever seen those fucking cone snails?
Has 2 blue rings on it.
Oh shit, dude! Have you ever seen a video of that chick who like went to Australia or some shit and she picked one up? She has a little fucking blue ring octopus in her hand. She's like, "Oh my god, look what I found!" And her and her friends are like passing it back and forth like a bunch of fucking dipshits.
It's like you were almost a fucking picture of your body in the clouds with light shining down on you.
Oh man, that also brings me to another thing I want to talk about. If I ever die and somebody photoshops me in like clouds and shit with a fucking halo above my head like I've seen people do, I'm gonna haunt that person. I don't want to be like fucking looking like that. I always like whenever I saw that, I always wonder is like, do the people who they do that with, do they know? Did they know before they died that they were gonna be like photoshopped as like an angel in heaven? Oh,
Someone's
Keep
gonna
going.
grab the internet.
his internet's a little pee pee poo poo. But yeah, that was just a little side thing I wanted to mention. Do not Photoshop me in the sky when I die.
No, I'm gonna Photoshop you into hell, bro. No
That's
worries.
fine. But if
When I die, I want Cody to be her octopus to be photoshopped like an angel in the heavens.
you can't, that's not how that works.
I just have to
don't know.
die
That
first.
sounds like that's how it works.
Dude, so okay. But yeah, dude, bugs are cool, man. We had these big ass bugs when I was in Florida. They were these fucking like grasshoppers that were like the size of your hand, right? And
You had big ass bugs in Florida?
big ass ants, dude.
You had ass ants?
Shout out to Squeezy Jibs. Yeah, dude, they're ants with big asses.
Sounds kind of sexy.
Yeah, it was pretty sexy, but
Thick ants.
Squeezy Jibs did his own video on that. He was like in fucking Colombia or some shit, and there's a merchant selling big ass ants, and he's like, "Oh hell yeah, homie, let me get some of that."
Yep. And then he ate them.
And then he ate them.
It's because his other
Yeah.
fucking big ass ants got pickpocketed.
Man, this podcast is so fucking off the rails. I love it. We gotta do more like this. Nick is just coming and going as he pleases. It was gonna be about food, and then we started talking about fucking spaghetti and shit. I like this.
Anyway, I got, I have snake stories, but I guess I can just kind of condense them. So growing up, the place where I lived, like on the, once you got away from the houses. There was like a big old, field, and I'd hesitate to call it woods, especially to
Wood.
guys like you who know what actual woods are. But there were trees, and it wasn't just like an open field. But anyway, so we'd go out there to catch whatever animals really, but we did catch quite a few snakes. And so one time we were out and about, and we didn't have any plans on catching any snakes, but we had heard that that the willow, there was this part of the field where there was a big willow tree that stood by itself, had like a tree fort put in it, and we were like, oh, that's sick, because we were like 8, maybe 10. So we rode our bikes out there, and we're climbing up, and it was just a big platform, that someone had put up there, and then put little like railroad ties. They had nailed them into the tree as a ladder. And
there he goes.
So I climb up, and I grab the edge of the platform, and I go to pull myself up, and it is just fucking covered in rattlesnakes.
Oh shit!
And they all fucking start shaking their fucking tails, dude. And I just let go and fall like it wasn't far. It was like 7, maybe 10 feet. And I wasn't all the way up because it was just only my head was like past the fucking platform, but I just fucking fell flat onto my fucking back. And my friend's like, what the fuck happened? And it's like, there's so much wrong. We just fucking like took off. But like ran way too far because I was just panicked. And then we finally stopped. I was like, oh my god, there's like 100 million snakes up there, and fucking they're all, oh my god. So that became actually the spot to go catch the snakes. Now that we knew that's where the fuck they were hanging out, but
so
it was quite the surprise.
Have you ever eaten rattlesnake?
Yeah, actually.
Is it any good?
It's okay.
I've heard that it's
Kinda
really
gamey.
good. I've never had rattlesnake, but I've had gator, and gator's fucking delicious.
Yeah, I have also had gator burger.
Oh, dude,
Delicious.
hell yeah. Yeah,
Super
gator
good.
burger.
Fucking boar is really good too. Fucking
Yeah.
Not swine, but actual wild boar. That shit is fucking dank.
Hell yeah,
Like,
it is.
It's like the buffalo of pork.
Dude, buffalo's dank too. But
Yeah.
dude, gator burgers, fried gator, it's fucking delicious, man.
Yeah, it's a surprisingly good meat.
Yeah, like it really doesn't have any business being as good as it actually is.
Yeah, you'd
There
think
he
it would
is.
be like tough and disgusting,
Yeah, that's what I thought. And somebody's like,
but it's not.
no, try it. I'm
Duck
like, all right, I'll try it. And I was like, what the fuck? This shit's juicy as hell. It's
Yeah.
got good flavor,
tender.
like super tender.
Yeah.
Like, what the? Why is this? How is this a fucking gator?
It's like, what the hell is up with water and like everything in it being all?
I know, dude.
Like land reptiles aren't delicious.
I was thinking that earlier, yesterday. I was like, dude, you give me any fucking sea creature as long as it's like cooked right, it's gonna be fucking delicious. I haven't had any.
Agreed.
I haven't had any like seafood, like fresh seafood, that I was like, oh yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Same.
It's fucking crazy. Like, so it's like there's definitely fish I like better than other kinds of fish.
Yeah.
Salmon, I'm picky with salmon. Because like a lot of salmon is like farm. It's like farm salmon, and it's not like caught wild. But wild caught salmon is fucking delicious.
Yeah, if it cooked right too. Oh,
Yeah.
Just raw.
Or just raw, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I want sushi now.
Yeah. I finally got to have some fucking the other day. Saw my fucking dad.
You know what I really want to try? Fucking sea urchin. We don't have that here, but I've heard it's really good.
oh
Wow.
dude, I actually have a sea
Easy to
urchin
get
story.
here.
You have a sea urchin story?
Well, kind of. So I mean, it's not even really very. It's not very climactic, but basically, like I went to this one place, and I was exactly like you. I was like, dude, I want to fucking try sea urchin, and they had it on the menu, and I was all about it. I told them like, "Oh, dude, yeah, I would love the sea urchin." And then like they start acting fucking weird, and they were like, "Oh, no, it's okay," or something like that. And they're like, they actually ordered it, put it in and everything. I was like, "No, I want it." They're like, "Are you sure it doesn't taste too good?" I was like, "Yeah, I want it." They put the order in, and then they come back, and they're like they give us our food, and then I'm like, "Oh, where's the urchin?" And then they literally said like, "Oh, the urchin doesn't taste good, so we're just not gonna
What
give it
the
to you." You know,
fuck?
like, yeah, it was the weirdest freaking
Sounds
thing,
like
and like,
their urchin had gone bad.
yeah, like I don't know, maybe their urchin had gone bad or something, or I don't know. I wish they would have just told me that instead, because like they were being super sketch about it. But I almost got to try it, and I didn't care if it was like bad or not. I was telling them like, dude, I don't care, and it was the weirdest thing ever when they just like
Yeah,
they
that is
didn't bring it
super fucking
without
weird.
telling me. Yeah, so I'll never go back to that sushi spot, but I still haven't tried it, and I do want to try it.
But Trash Crab has tried it, right?
Just yeah,
How is it?
I
What is
don't
it?
really like it.
Is it a texture thing?
Yeah,
Yeah, I could see it because I know
but
you're super weird with
I
texture.
mean, yeah, but I do see why people do like it. You know, because I mean, I had
Can,
to.
can you describe the texture for me?
I mean,
I was
well, so
always a
the taste is like it's weird. It's like a layered, like salty, sweet umami kind of taste. It's very unique, at least to
oh yeah.
uh
What's up, Koo?
my taste buds. Um,
Okay, okay.
but it's kind of creamy, but I mean, sometimes like you have to go to a good place. Like is really the thing, because it's supposed to be creamy, but a lot of times it's kind of slimy.
Yeah, maybe it's a
Yeah.
good thing I didn't get there.
Yeah,
Sea urchin.
and that's why I'm saying it went bad, because that's what they're saying. Like, oh, it's not good. It's not going to taste good because it'll when it gets slimy, like it starts to get really bitter. Like you lose the fucking the good flavor. So
Yeah.
yeah, but it wasn't really my thing when I tried it, and because I have like a texture aversion from neurodivergence, I haven't really returned to it.
So
But perhaps I shall if I go to a really nice place, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, I can't afford to do that, so.
I'm
Yeah.
I was always under the impression that the texture was that of like an oyster or some shit.
No, it's not like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, and the reason it's not is because it's more encased.
Interesting.
The bivalves open up, you know, and they come out and they hang out in fucking water and shit.
Huh.
You know, the urchin uses the spines to ambulate and all that stuff. It doesn't use the actual body mass.
So with your texture thing, I'm going to assume you don't like oysters, though.
Oh no, good God. That is some of the worst. Yeah, no, yeah, oysters, mussels, any of those particular
just
ones,
had-
no good.
I just had
Scallops
oysters
are
and mussels.
Oh,
excellent.
dude, I was gonna say fucking scallops are like another one of my favorite foods.
That's fucking dang.
Love scallops.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, urchin, from all reports, can be very good. But yeah, definitely not something to get at, you know, a cheaper sushi restaurant.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So normally they do serve it in its actual shell, you know.
Oh shit!
crack
So you have to like. Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, usually.
Every time I've seen like pictures and videos of people
It
eating
gets
it.
put on. I mean, it does get put on rolls.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
how I've
like
seen
basic
it.
roll, but you can get it like like it's like an oyster shooter, but it's a fucking.
Dude, I gotta say my
Version.
favorite sushi roll type is just anything with fucking eel.
Yeah.
I goddamn love eel. It is so fucking good.
I fucking love eel too. That's like the best roll. A good dragon roll is fucking amazing.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. When I was in Hawaii, one time we stopped at this fucking sushi place that was right by our hotel, and it was the fucking best sushi I ever had in my life. They got a dragon roll.
In my life.
Fucking the eel on top extended past the roll on both sides by like 4 or 5 inches. It was like a whole
shit.
fucking eel that they slapped on that bad
sounds
boy.
amazing.
Oh my god, I was in heaven. It was like
I'm like
oh,
I'm like really surprised that with your texture aversion that you're actually liking eel though.
I mean, eel is flaky and
Yeah,
tender and juicy.
not really, because like any eel I've had, like the texture is actually like has always been more on par with chicken than even fish.
Yeah.
A lot of I guess those stuff that I've had is like more slimy, I guess. Like I mean, at least in the middle.
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
Is that because you're
Interesting.
going to local places?
Well, yeah, I do eat at local family-owned places, so yeah.
And you are at where your Facebook profile says you're at. I'm not.
Oh yeah,
I'm
no,
not.
I'm in heaven.
Oh, okay.
Don't.
Well, yeah, I didn't want to just burn you out and say where you are.
Oh no. Yeah, it's well known.
We're all somewhere on the West Coast.
Not all of us.
Well, most of us, and we got that one like Midwesterner.
But yeah, yeah. So I would imagine that's just because of where you are. You know, you're not close enough to the coast to get it fresh enough.
That's true.
But yeah, no, I've never had eel until I moved out here, and we had this place in town. And dude, every time I go there, I don't care what I get, like I'll get like a fucking pile of food because like they feed you there. It's a Hawaiian restaurant.
Oh yeah.
And
those are always good.
I mean, and I can eat like crazy, but I can never finish my plates there. But yeah, I'll go in there and I'll get like a main dish, and that usually feeds me 2 or 3 times. I'll get like this sushi, that sushi, like I'll fucking feast out when I go there. But no matter what I get, I always get at least one eel roll, and they put like that sweet teriyaki sauce on it, or sweet soy sauce on it.
It's eel sauce, bro.
Eel sauce, shit, fuck, I don't know, but it's good as hell.
Yeah, it is.
Whatever you want to call it. I mean, that I could drink that sauce, dude. It is so fucking good.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But like,
That and ponzu are like the best ones.
yeah, ponzu's great too. But
Super good.
I recently started eating roe, like flying fish roe, mackerel roe. I've just recently started trying it because like I was like, man, I need to really break out of my shell and start eating new shit that like skeeves me out. So I make a point. Like,
I actually just tried that today.
Oh hell yeah!
What, Tobiko?
A flying fish, I believe.
Oh.
Oh hell yeah! Yeah, flying fish. Was it like actual fish or like the eggs?
It was fish. It was raw fish.
Oh okay.
It was like, I gotta say, probably one of the most like fishiest tasting fish out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not crazy on like the actual fish. It's all right, but I do like the eggs. The eggs are eggs.
Eggs.
I
do like the eggs.
I do like the eggs. But yeah.
I like eggs.
But no, I was actually talking about oysters. I was kind of with you on that with the texture.
They're pretty gross.
The taste is delicious. Like the flavor, I fucking love them. But we went to this super fancy restaurant a couple weeks ago, and it was like a seafood restaurant. And I ended up getting grilled oysters, and because I was like, I'm trying to break out of my comfort zone. And it came with like 2 or 3 of them, and I ate the first one. I was a little skeeved out. I was like, "Ooh, that fucking texture." But I ate the second one, and then by the last one, I was like, "Okay, you know what? This is fucking delicious."
Oh yeah, I could choke on some oysters, bro. Put some freaking lime juice and hot sauce. Just chug 'em.
Oh, dude, yeah. But I was able to get over my fear of the texture of them, and I learned that I really like oysters. I
Nice.
don't know if I would trust them from just anywhere though. Like the restaurant
Yeah.
I went to,
No, for
the
sure.
chef, it was like a fucking like fancy ass restaurant. I mean, it was like I paid $45 for the plate. But
Oh my god.
the chef who cooked our food like had a James Beard award and everything. So it's like, all right, this is the place I'm gonna try the oysters. And yeah,
Nice.
I was pretty happy with them.
Nice.
It also came with some salmon that was fucking dank. It came with some like these Mexican prawns. I don't know what they cooked with them but dude, they were the best fucking shrimps I've ever eaten. It was so fucking good.
Yeah, they got some really good fucking prawns down there, man.
But I'm like,
Fucking
man,
Baja fucking seafood is excellent.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I took a trip down there in my early 20s to go surfing. May have already told this story, but
I think you did.
went spearfishing. Yeah, I don't think I told this particular part though. One day I walked down the coast a bit and I found a nice little cove and I went out fucking sling spearfishing, and I fucking caught a ton of fish. But every time I caught a fish, I was pulling it out of the water and I was bringing it in and putting it on the shore far enough away, to where it couldn't flop on back into the water. And fucking, I'm coming back in with another fish, and there's all these fucking seagulls fucking swooping in on my fucking little catch area, and I come running
Classic.
over there, fucking like waving my spear at them. Fucking, yeah.
Man, yeah, dude.
Yeah, it was excellent fish, very tasty.
I did a lot of fishing, not spear fishing, but like regular fishing, like on the ocean in Florida. And oh my god, dude, seagulls were my worst fucking nightmare, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
Like, and especially when you're not spear fishing and they're like trying to steal your bait and shit.
Yeah,
was like,
they
dude,
they'll
fuck
snap your
off.
line, and it's like you're gonna hook yourself, you stupid fuck.
Yeah, I fucking
Yeah, I
hate
feel like
seagulls.
Seagulls
pretty
are like
dumb.
they're like the jocks of the bird world. They're like the frat guys of the bird world. They just don't care, They just
Yeah.
don't care. They're gonna do what they want. They're gonna eat your fish, and they're gonna get drunk afterwards.
Eyeballs.
Shit all over everything.
But yeah, dude. I was gonna say that geese are, but dude, geese are all fucking talk. Like it is
Yeah.
actually so fucking
guess
easy
so.
to beat a goose's ass.
Geese are cowards.
I got attacked by one, and like I just fucking drop kicked this motherfucker, and he just took off. He's like, oh nope.
It's like, oh yeah, that thing's like 3 times the size of me, at least. Maybe I shouldn't fuck with it.
But like, yeah, so many people are scared of geese, and I don't think many people realize that geese actually can't do a lot of damage to you. Like they rely on being intimidating. Once you get
Yeah,
They're just
trying to scare
dicks.
you.
yeah, once you can get past that, and you actually like fight back, they're out.
Yeah.
They're not gonna stick around for that shit.
Yeah, you just fucking,
Now-
move toward them
Now
when they're trying to
swans-
move toward you, and they're like, oh shit,
Swans can fuck you up.
that's a big bird.
Yeah. I always thought.
Swans are like the spoiled rich kids of the bird world.
Yeah.
Swans will break your arms.
Yeah.
Like, no exaggeration.
I always thought that swans were like geese in that regard, but nope. Swans will fucking fight you, and they will fucking win.
Yeah.
But
I didn't know that about swans. I need to look up.
I
some
didn't either
swan
until
movies. That
I was
sounds
watching
Swans will fuck your day up.
what
100%.
fucking Tear Zoo on YouTube is where I learned that one at.
writing that down.
Yeah, I'll send you a link. It's a good ass YouTube channel. They talk about like it's like an educational, but they kind of word things like video game, like they use video game lingo. So it's like, oh yeah, the fucking this period that or like this time period they would call it like the Jurassic period. They would call it the Jurassic meta or some shit like that. Or the Jurassic patch or some shit. I don't know. But it's all, yeah, it can be kind of gimmicky, but like the content and like the stuff they talk about is actually really fucking cool.
Nice.
And they have like a ton of videos and shit. So they'll do like a tier list of the best like snakes, a tier list of the best like sea creatures. It's pretty fucking cool. And they'll talk about like animals that are like way fucking overpowered and shit. But yeah, so that's where I learned that from. They did a whole video on like birds and shit, and they were talking about how much of a pussy geese actually are. And they're like, but on the other hand, on the other hand, swans will fuck you up.
Interesting. Yeah, I gotta check that shit out, bro.
Yeah,
I'm like hella interested.
It's a super cool channel. But dude, Alex, so what about that time you were was this in Mexico when you were like fucking riding the turtles? Or was that in Hawaii?
That was in Hawaii, but I didn't ride any turtles.
Oh, I thought you did.
Just no. Well, like not in the sense that most people would think when you say something like ride a turtle. Like I was
Be a
not.
lot cooler
I
if
was
you
never
did.
astride a turtle, riding it like a horse.
Oh yeah, I figured you weren't doing that.
Yeah, no, but they have a natural instinct when something latches on to them to dive, to try to get it to let go. So if you grab their shell, you know, they'll dive and drag you with them. But obviously you are not supposed to touch turtles. I did that when I was like 12. I was a kid.
Oh shit.
I didn't know. And the reason why makes sense is, you know, they breathe oxygen, so they have to surface for air. A lot of times they're in the shallows because they're gonna breathe again soon, and then someone grabs onto them and they dive to get them off, and then they can't get back up to get oxygen.
Oh shit.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
Right. I mean, fortunately for me, I actually had seen him just take a breath. Like I didn't actually think about it, and I didn't ride on him for long. Like he pulled me for like 3 or 4 seconds. And I let go. Yeah, that's you know bad news. You're not supposed to, and you're not supposed to touch them at all.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't think this was the same trip, but I was out there again, and I was at a beach. I was about to walk out to snorkel, and this turtle was kind of like high centered on the rocks. You know, like the rock that was under the middle of him was keeping him from getting traction with his flippers to move himself. And the tide was out, so, you know, it was going to be a while for him to be able to move again. And I was just like, well, what the fuck, you know, I'll grab his shell and I'll scooch him and he'll be able to move. And so I did it, and fucking the lifeguard just instantly was like,
get the fuck off that turtle!
It's like, oh my god, I was just trying to help him. Like, fuck.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
We had turtles, like sea turtles, in Florida, and dude, if anybody ever caught you even like thinking about touching them, that you
Yeah.
So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about with that, because like there's signs all over the
and
beaches where
to be
like
fair,
don't touch the
most
fucking
people
turtles.
that do go about touching them and harassing them are, you know, jackasses that are fucking their day up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't know most of the time.
Yeah, and you know the people that have to watch out for them, you know, spend all day every day telling people not to touch fucking turtles.
Yeah.
So.
And they also had
that
like
makes sense.
they would
I
like
get it.
section off parts of the beach where they like lay their eggs and shit.
Yeah, you guys would get what, leatherbacks out there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe so. It's been a while, but yeah, that
over
sounds
here
right.
It's green and hawksbill, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
We don't get them here in San Diego though.
But dude, another thing that was pretty cool about growing up in Florida though was
Florida man.
Florida man. Yes, there's a lot of those.
That's the coolest thing about Florida.
I'm a former Florida man. I quit. I changed my lifestyle.
Oh dang.
Yeah, but no,
Bad choice, Cody.
I would go.
Octopus.
Thank you for your service.
But no, dude. I live pretty close to the Everglades, right? And you could go out there and like get rent boats and get on the boat and like it's like pretty shallow water, but like there's fucking tons of manatees and shit, and like you can actually like lean down in there and pet them and shit. They're super docile.
Right.
But yeah, that was always super cool because like they're fucking endangered as shit, right? I think if I remember correctly, there's only like a couple thousand of them. So the fact that I was able to see them in the wild, like in their natural habitat, and like fucking touch them is pretty cool.
Yeah. Coolest thing I've done like that was I got to see manta rays, and one of them fucking smashed right into my leg.
Oh,
Probably
dude, I
didn't
have
feel good.
a manta ray story too. Just like that.
It
going, but let me know.
didn't. It felt a little slimy and like a solid thud, and it moved me a little, but it definitely wasn't painful. But yeah, when you go on like an excursion to view them, generally the protocol is that they'll have like a big foam surfboard or some other large flotation device, and they put like LED lights along the bottom, and you just everyone just kind of grabs the edge of the surfboard like in a ring, and you look down, and the lights attract the plankton attracts the mantas, and then they come in, and you're hoping that they'll do a barrel roll, which is like they'll come in and they loop over, and that's like the method of which that they get the plankton through the filter.
Interesting.
And unfortunately, we didn't get any, and I think that was partially because there were so many groups there, and this one group actually had like scuba divers go down and set up fucking like big ass, super powerful lights like on the ground, and they were mostly hanging out over there. But we still saw them, and yeah, I'm just sitting there, like laid out, face down in the water, and all of a sudden one just boom into my leg. I was like, ah! And it was so funny because like the whole time they're like, don't touch them, don't touch them, don't touch them. Like, because apparently when you make contact with them, you rub off this protective membrane. And
Oil,
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
It does not come back.
Oh,
So
shit.
like you'll see mantas with like handprints on their back because they're getting sunburn there because they don't have their protective layer, and it doesn't
Oh,
come back.
shit.
Yeah, so you are not supposed to touch them.
So is that
Nothing I could do about that, but yeah, you are not supposed to touch them.
is that specific like to manta rays? Because I remember when I was younger, I
Yeah.
went to like fucking zoos and they had like little tiny
Yeah,
stingrays
I mean,
that you're like in a shallow
yeah.
pond that they let you touch.
Bat rays and smaller rays, you can touch them. It's not the same.
Gotcha.
And there probably are some other rays that have that same thing going on. But I don't know. Another cool thing about mantas is on their belly, the spots that they have, like, because it's all white and then there's a couple of like grayish spots. As far as researchers know, it's completely unique.
Interesting.
Like no belly spots are the same as another manta's belly spots. Like they actually identify a lot of them by, knowing what the spots look like.
That's pretty cool.
So that was,
yeah, I didn't know that either.
yeah, that was definitely a cool fact that they laid on us as we were motoring out to the spot.
I actually have trauma with a manta ray when I was a kid.
Did you step on one?
It was no.
You're
at
not
all.
gonna step on one.
That's
they
You're
don't.
not gonna step
They
on
don't
one.
hide in the sand.
Yeah, I was in, I think it was Hawaii or whatever. It was it Hawaii? No, it wasn't. It was in Mexico. I went on a cruise to Mexico with my family, and I was young. I was like, I don't know, maybe like 10 years old or something, maybe 11. And we were out there swimming with the manta rays, and like I didn't even want to go, but my dad had me go out, and I went out there, and they give you like goggles so you can like look and see all the wildlife underneath you.
Yeah.
And I got out like kind of far, and it was all pretty cool actually. I actually ended up having a really good time. I saw a lot of really cool shit, some barracudas and stuff, and it was pretty dope.
Oh,
But
dude.
I'm looking down, and I'm like, I'm trying to enjoy my time, right? And I'm looking at this like blank. There's like almost this like dirt seafloor underneath me, and literally I see just a manta ray like come up from the ground. Like all you see is like the outline of him, and this thing was huge. Like
Yeah,
to
they're
me as a
very
kid,
big.
it looked gigantic. I think maybe the seafloor was I thought it was further away than it was too. So like to me, looking at it the way that I saw it was, this thing looked like 20 feet long. Like it
Yeah.
looked insanely big,
Like
and it
it looked really
fucking
big, and then you thought it was
yeah,
deeper than it was. So it's like, oh my
yeah,
god, that thing's like 40 feet from me, and it's like
yeah.
fucking huge.
Yeah, dude, I flipped out. So like I literally the second I saw that thing, I couldn't even swim right. I was kicking so much and like winning my arms, like I was just freaking out, and people thought I was like getting attacked by like something
Like a
underneath.
shark or something. Yeah.
Yeah, they thought I was like getting attacked, but I was just like having just like the worst fucking panic attack of my life trying to swim back to the ship. It scared the shit out of me. And like I remember like I know manta rays don't have like eyes on the top of their head, but like I
Yeah.
remember in my mind I just like imagined these like
It was
big
looking
black
right
eyes.
at you.
Yeah, bro, it scared the absolute shit out of me. Probably one of the most traumatic experiences I've ever experienced
Fucking
as a child. For sure.
thalassophobia, baby.
Yeah, for real.
Man, barracudas are what scare me. Those things are okay. So, dude, like I used to go
They're
out.
actually usually pretty mild.
Okay, well, okay, so I used to go out like to the Caribbean Sea, right? Like in a fucking fishing boat. Go out there
Yeah.
like towards Cuba and all that, and we'd fish out there, right? And I like so many fucking times, like I'll be fishing, I'll catch a small fish, I'll be reeling it up, and like a fucking barracuda will eat the fish I caught, and then I'll reel up a fucking barracuda and like half a fucking fish, and then like it. So anytime I hear barracudas, that's what I think. I'm like, oh fuck, those things scare the shit out of me. And like,
Bastard.
you have to be super careful getting like the hook out of their mouth because they got like fucking
Yeah.
crazy ass teeth. And like,
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say they got like sharp teeth, don't they?
yeah, dude,
Yeah.
like
They got a lot of them too.
those things fucking like.
Yeah.
Like,
They can be somewhat dangerous. Usually they're not though. Like there have been many divers that have swum into schools of them and shit, and like they'll do that, do the big rotation thing around them. But
Oh
they don't
fuck
do
that,
anything.
dude. That
But
would scare the
there are
piss
other
out of me.
stories of them because they're really fast, and part of
Yeah.
what they do to catch fish is they ram them and stun them, and then they bite them. So
Nice.
there are stories of them ramming into like the back of divers' heads, and trying to bite them and shit like that.
Jeez.
And I mean they might know now what it was, but when I heard about it, they didn't really understand. They were just thinking maybe the T valve on top of the tank, it's shiny, and maybe that was attracting him or irritating the fish for some reason. But yeah, so but that's uncommon, very very uncommon. Doesn't happen a lot.
But dude, yeah,
They're generally a tame fish, and the way people get hurt is what you're talking about. Is they
Yeah.
catch them and they're not careful enough and they get jumped.
but yeah, dude, they are fucking fast. That's for sure. Because like when you
Fucking
if you
like a
have one
bullet.
on your fucking hook, if you caught one with your fucking fishing pole, you fucking caught a barracuda.
Oh yeah.
Because like I'll be reeling up my fucking fish, and then like it's like not really fighting too bad. Yeah, exactly.
Fucking suddenly pulls a bunch of line out. It's just like, oh god damn it.
And like, dude, like I swear to God, I've almost been pulled into the ocean by one of those motherfuckers a couple times.
Yeah, when you're a kid, that shit is no joke.
Yeah, dude. And I've caught like little sharks too, and even those things didn't scare me as bad as fucking barracudas. Like those things scare the
No,
piss out of me,
it's
dude.
way easier to fucking get a hook out of a shark than it is out of a barracuda. Barracuda's got like they got like snaggle teeth.
Yeah.
pointing all over the place. Sharks, exactly where the teeth are and what direction they're fucking facing.
But yeah, dude,
So
like
depending on the shark, might just leave that hook in there.
crazy ass shit in that fucking ocean, man. But
Yeah,
dude,
man.
it's one thing that like I was very young. Like my dad took us out there, like, and being like fucking 11, 12 years old and being in the middle of the fucking Caribbean Sea, and like the water is like fucking blue as shit, and like it's clear, but you still can't see the fucking bottom.
Yeah.
And like, dude, like catching barracudas and shit, and like the waves are like fucking 10 feet high. I'm like, this is fucking scary, but
Yeah.
it makes for some good ass stories now that I'm older.
That's some
Agreed.
that's some real fucking deep sea fishing.
Yeah, dude, it
I
was
did that a couple of times.
pretty fucking intense, man.
Yeah, I mean, just the fucking sway of the boat on fucking seas that deep is pretty gnarly. Like, you start getting, like 10, 15, 20-foot fucking peaks and valleys
Yeah,
going
dude.
on there, and you're just
Yeah,
like,
it'll fuck you up if you're not used to it.
"Whoa." Yeah, dude. First time I went out, I was fucking a kid.
He's like,
God, I threw up so much.
I managed to never get seasick, but my God, I'm like, how is the boat not gonna fucking sink? Like,
Were you ever out to where you couldn't see land anymore?
oh, dude, fuck yeah, all the time.
Okay, yeah, because that was what was fucking me up.
Yeah, all the fucking time.
Okay.
Like, you look any direction, there's nothing, and you're just like, where the fuck? How do we know where we're at? Oh, dude, it was fucking scary. It was cool as shit, but man, it was scary at the time.
Yeah.
Just imagine your dad was taking chances every time you went out.
Yeah, that didn't even really hit me until I got older, where I was like, why the fuck? Like, that's fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
out of all the fucked up things and like that he's done, that's probably one of the most fucked up things. But anyway, yeah, crazy ass shit, deep sea fishing.
Yeah. It's fun though.
Yeah, definitely. Like, as an adult, I would definitely go back to do it with like somebody who knows what they're doing on a boat that's like maybe 5 or 6 times bigger than the one I went out on.
Yeah, I went out on a big one time. For I think it was squid fishing we were doing. So
Oh,
we were
shit.
like really far out there. And yeah, we couldn't see land. And I remember like I did get like terrible fucking seasickness. I ended up getting over it though somehow. I ended up like mind over mattering it a little bit. And got to like fish a little bit. I didn't catch anything. The one thing I remember from that whole trip, somebody caught a big squid, I believe. And the one thing I remember though was this one guy, this older guy, and like he shit his pants, and he's just walking around with his shit pants, and you could just see he was wearing like khakis, like khaki shorts.
Oh my god.
You could see the brown stripe on the back end, and you could smell it. Doesn't matter how much ocean air was in the fucking air, bro. You could just, if you were within 20 feet, you could smell this dude's ass. And yeah, that's my only deep sea fishing experience.
I would have thrown him in the ocean. But, all right, dude, you're our chum
If
for
I
the
could've
night.
lifted him, I might have.
That's funny,
Oh
dude.
god.
And that guy is always gonna be known as the guy who shit himself on a boat in the middle of the ocean. Did you?
Well, and I
Yeah.
mean, it's like that
So
sounds
never-
like it was kind of early on into the trip too. Like it's a
Yeah,
long
no.
time to pretend like you don't smell or feel anything.
Yeah, man.
Did he
Never
ever
saw him
acknowledge
again,
it?
you know.
Did anybody acknowledge it, or was everybody like just trying
No.
to pretend that like the dude didn't shit himself?
I
Like-
think I talked to my dad about it, and he was just like, "Yeah, I think so," and then we just like ignored it, and just let it all happen or whatever. Legend says he's still out there shitting and fishing.
He's still out there, shitting his pants.
Oh man, that's poor guy.
Never did stop. Just kept on shitting.
So it was a big boat, right? Was there not toilets?
No, there was a big boat, and yeah, there was toilets. It was a nice.
So
boat,
why'd he poop
actually.
himself?
I don't know.
Well, it was
Yeah,
probably
well,
an accident, and then
I mean,
the
he
real
was
question is,
older.
why didn't he
Ah,
clean himself up?
He was older, so I think he like could have been incontinent, and also like I don't know. You don't know. People are fucking
yeah,
crazy, man.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
I've been to
Back
San
then, I was
Francisco.
confused. Yeah, but living in Hemet, man, like people like that just don't surprise me.
Yeah.
That could be my fucking neighbor.
Yeah,
For real.
yeah. Like I said, I've been to San Francisco. I have seen it before, and Portland.
Oh yeah, you smelled it in San Francisco if
dude.
you've ever walked even.
My
like,
brother
somewhat
walked
close
into
to
human
it.
shit. He like stepped on it.
Oh jeez.
When we got there, I was like, "Hey man, this place is known for having a lot of poop on the sidewalks. Not
I poop on the sidewalks.
so watch where you step." And he's like, "Okay," and then
he
immediately
stepped
steps
in
in poop. I'm like, "You did that on purpose."
Yeah. Yeah, what's so freaking ironic too is like you'll step in shit in front of like a freaking Gucci store, and then they'll try and sell you something for like $8,000, and you're just like, excuse me, like I think you should be.
That's gentrification for you.
Yup.
Yeah, gentrification is a fucking cancer.
Dude,
Yeah.
I have never seen gentrification as bad as in San Francisco. It is
Without a doubt.
so
Probably where it's
bad.
at its worst.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Like you'll see.
Well, and to give you an idea, dude, we're not far behind them in the most recent ratings here in San Diego.
Shit.
Oh no, yeah,
Yeah,
for
that's-
sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
the
without a doubt.
city is really bad. Like, we're getting the sidewalk tent cities. Fucking, it's fucking turning into LA pretty much.
Yeah, dude. That's
They're not gonna. They're just gonna focus on industry. They're gonna move the homeless around until it's not a problem, and then when it is a
Until they-
problem, they'll move them again.
Oh, they're just gonna die, because they keep fucking taking all their shit every time they fucking move them.
Oh yep, that's what they do, and then they stop people from
Yeah.
helping them,
Yep.
and then they pretend that they're helping them when they're not.
Yeah. Fuck God. Fucking homeless outreach team.
yeah,
my
dude.
ass.
I'm never going back to San Francisco again. Like that city just made me sick to my stomach. Like I saw like homeless people like digging through the trash can to find something to eat. And I actually I saw that, and like a chick came up to him and like actually gave him some money and some food. So that was nice at least. But like I saw that, I saw one dude sitting on the bench and he was like fucking picking at his foot, which is like crazy infected.
Yeah.
Like shit.
Yeah, man. And when I was like a kid, it was not like that.
And then meanwhile, like you'll have like
My
fucking
parents lived up there for a while.
Lamborghinis and fucking Ferraris driving past these people. I'm like, this, I fucking. So out of all the cities I've been to, San Francisco's like, I fucking hate that city so much. Like that city is like everything that's wrong with like this country.
Oh.
Oh.
Here comes Randy with his excuses.
Yeah, after we're about to wrap the podcast up.
Yeah. After we've been on for fucking like
An hour and 12 minutes.
an hour already.
But yeah, the podcast has been going on for a while, so I'm probably gonna stop it here for the night. I don't want it to run on for too long. So
No, this isn't good enough.
nope.
Only other podcasts can run on for longer.
Well,
Nice, it's
I
just
always try to
Some
keep it
fuck-ass
at.
bullshit.
Yeah, you're right.
Never let them know your next move.
That's right.
That's right.
Keep them guessing, son.
Sometimes my podcast will be 5 minutes. Other times it'll be 2 hours.
You gotta make the unexpected move.
Sometimes just press the end button without even notifying the guests. That's how you keep people
All right.
interested.
So here's my next podcast. It's gonna be
Hard
hey
into the mic and then-
guys, or
That's
sorry,
it.
hey guys.
That was good.
And then
It's gonna be like a 20-minute fucking plea to Squeeze. Yo, Squeezy, come be on the podcast, yo!
dude, I'm gonna send a clip of us talking about snakes to Squeezy, and maybe then we'll get him on the next one.
Might at least get a fucking another response out of him.
Dude,
We can do.
I'm telling you, man, bring up the lizard thing. He'll appreciate that.
Anytime my band needs like promotion for anything or whatever, what we'll do is just like, we'll each get like 5 people each, right? And then we all just like comment or post or something. I think that like if everybody in the podcast, got like 3-4 people, and then all of us spammed Squeezy Jibs and said, like, come on, let's have a podcast. We got hella snakes, we got hella lizards, whatever it takes to get Squeezy interested.
Other reptiles.
oh,
Yeah,
dude.
I'm sure if we bug him enough, he'll respect the hustle and he'll end up, coming through.
Yeah, especially if like he wakes up one day and there's like fucking 8 people in his inbox saying, "Hey, get on the Cephala podcast show." He'll be like, "Well, I gotta see what this shit's about."
That's what I'm saying.
Hell yeah, dude.
bro.
I'd be like, fuck these guys. God damn.
So
I mean,
we'll either A, get him on the Cephala podcast show, or B, get blocked by him.
Yep.
yeah, exactly. Worst case
Either get him
scenario,
or he'll hate
we
us.
piss him off. Best case scenario, he gets on the podcast, or slightly less better scenario, he makes a post about us.
Yeah.
That
Either way, no bad press,
yeah,
baby.
no bad
Yeah,
press.
no bad press, bro. You know, closed mouths don't get fed. Closed squeeze don't get jibbed. You know.
That's certainly a turn of phrase.
What's what my grandma used to tell me all the time.
Close squeeze don't get
Back in the
jibbed.
day.
He said that.
Yep. She was wise beyond her years.
You know, Squeezy Jibs is like 80, right?
No, he's
No, he's like 50 something though.
no, he's
he
timeless.
really?
Is he 50?
Yeah,
He
bro.
does seem like a timeless being.
How do you
though.
think?
Like,
How
he's
old do you think he
enchanted.
was when he was going on tour with all these bands in the 90s?
Like at least 3,000.
Uh,
But no, dude, I
Yeah,
like the
no,
idea.
I'm pretty sure he's like 55.
I like the idea of
Oh, look who showed up!
Are you fucking kidding me?
Or fuck you, Randy.
Fuck you, Randy.
All right, guys, let's restart the podcast. Real quick.
Hey guys, welcome to episode 7 of the Cephala Podcast Show.
What's
man. What up, Dad?
Dude, I am so sorry. I
Feeling
have not
refreshed?
felt good at all. I don't feel refreshed at all.
Nah, dude,
Like,
you-
I just woke up from the nap and I feel like even more like shit.
Yeah, dude. Jokes aside, some shit's been going around the town, so I get it. Like, I've been sick, Jess has been sick, everybody at work has
It's
been
not
sick.
even that I'm like sick. Like, it's just like, I don't know. Like, I've had like this headache for a couple days and like it's fucking stupid.
I mean, that sounds like sick.
Oh, all right. I didn't see. I grew up thinking that wasn't sick. I thought that was like. just a
Yeah, I mean,
headache.
if you feel shitty, like anywhere in your body for more than a day, it's probably, like a fever.
Oh, for sure. My butthole's
Like a
like been
flu.
sore for a day one time.
Well,
Why was that?
I don't know.
Super herpes, is that the cause?
'Cause,
I
I took it. Camping.
Ah, shit, for sure. So that's what happened.
Okay,
Camping.
so Randy, since you decided to show up, what's your favorite food to cook?
No, first, since you decided to show
Oh,
up,
okay, what's
The
what?
most
what
fuckable pasta.
what pasta would you stick your dick in?
What
And what's
pasta
the
would I
worst-
stick my dick in?
And also,
pasta
what is the
in general.
worst thing in the world to stick your dick in? So both of those questions, because Octopus just had to fucking know.
Oh, okay, for sure. I'd stick my dick in to some linguine and
Thank
clams
you!
in a red sauce.
No, just noodles.
Oh, just
No, no
noodles.
sauce,
thought we
no
said-
full dish.
Wait, I thought we said a
Isn't it
pasta
noodle?
dish.
Yeah,
we
pasta
said
dish.
said
It's a full
broad
dish.
pasta.
Oh,
You definitely
I
said a
wanted
dish.
fettuccine alfredo, not just fettuccine noodles.
Okay, well, I assumed you had a sauce on there. You just
Yeah, because like I
Oh,
was
it would have been either way.
talking about lasagna and how bad of an idea putting your dick in lasagna is, and why lasagna would be the worst pasta dish to fuck.
Unless you
Yeah,
had a fork
likely.
penis.
Unless you got a fork penis.
or a spork penis,
Or a spork
Spork
penis.
Either way.
Spork would be kind of good.
Not
That'd
not
be
the-
ideal,
not the
'cause
chopstick,
you get-
though.
Yes.
Isn't
You
that
get
an
noodles.
uncensored pig? Or am I thinking
Get
of a
sauce.
But yeah. So then, what's the absolute worst thing in the world to stick your dick into?
Oh man, the absolute worst thing.
Yeah, like
maybe a
really,
maybe
really
a
bad.
maybe
We
a
were
durian.
talking about things that
You really?
Ooh, a
damage
durian.
it and give it diseases. Well, the inside of a durian is very creamy.
I was gonna say a durian.
That tastes
That
good.
sounds
Why do you
pleasant.
know that, Crab?
But
Because
once you
I
pull
went to
out, it
culinary
won't
school
be
and I
pleasant.
had to eat one.
I don't believe that for a minute.
I heard it's a farty fruit.
You don't know until you
Smelling.
try.
Yeah, it smells disgusting. Like
How does it
is
taste though?
Excellent. So
Oh
good.
wow.
Yeah.
Next
What if-
week on
what
the
if-
Cephala podcast, we fucking eat a durian.
Do that. We should.
Mm.
We don't have to get
I
one
like
now
that
since,
idea,
like,
but
we're not in the same spot.
Somebody
it's,
fucks it, then we eat.
I do
I
not
guess
see
I could come see
durians
you,
in
Nick, but-
stores very often.
Well, I mean, I could get it because
Mail me
I
one.
live in a major
Yeah, I have
city.
access to durian too.
Yeah, I would say. my
Yeah,
kids
we-
are passable
We'd have
also do
to
it.
special order it, huh?
I mean, you guys should be able to get it through the restaurant if you had to.
I don't know when we would use durian, but I'm gonna look up
wouldn't.
some
You'd just be
recipes and I'm gonna
"Hey,"
get it approved.
You'd be like, "Hey, kitchen manager, I want to buy one of these. Order one for me."
Huh.
Budget approved.
I have to try that.
Yeah, I will have to definitely like drop a recipe to get it approved, and we'll probably get some stuff in for the ingredients and whatnot. Like, why do you want durians? Like, because of this recipe?
Definitely not for my podcast.
No,
And then like,
Definitely
not at all.
to use as a makeshift fleshlight.
hey, what if
don't.
what if Aaron was like, no, I already know. I watched the podcast. I know what you're gonna do.
He's like, no, nice try. I'm not buying your
Right. You mentioned
natural
it.
Flashlight or flashlight.
You mentioned it in episode 7. You're gonna fuck the fruit, then eat it on the next episode. So I know exactly what you're gonna do with the durian, Randy. It's like, but look at that recipe. Looks great, doesn't it? Doesn't it? It does, doesn't it?
The
Yeah,
recipe calls
it
for
actually tastes really good, and it's creamy like a custard. It's super good.
cinnamon. I do
So
wanna
it could
try
make like a dessert with it.
Yeah, you just gotta like plug your nose when you
For
put it in your
sure.
mouth, or when you get
Right.
your face close to it.
That might be a very off-putting little
Yeah,
dish for people.
That's the thing, is that you'd need a dish that would neutralize the smell, and I don't know how you do that without
Poop your
losing the
pants.
taste.
Distract
I
people from it.
Yeah,
do.
a little poop in there with it.
Oh,
yeah.
actually, yeah, dude. Like, so, we could have the servers to poop themselves when they serve it, and then they're like, "Oh, what's that smell?"
And then they just be like,
Oh,
I
then, yeah,
pooped
dude.
myself.
Like, oh,
Sorry,
okay,
I pooped
it's
myself.
It's not the fruit.
it's not the fruit, so I'll eat the
Problem
fruit.
solved.
Excuse me.
Fucking big
like,
brain
damn.
We could hire that fishing guy I fish with, and he'll have a job that he, does really good at.
Hell yeah.
You just stroll around the restaurant with shid pants.
Yeah, for
Shit
real.
pant.
Yeah.
Shit pants.
Shid pant.
Shit it, and farted in pants. Pants.
Shitted and are dead.
Octopus, you need to make stickers that say "I shitted and farted on the Cephala
Oh, dude,
I
yes.
started myself on the Syphilis podcast.
There you go.
I farted myself on the Syphilis podcast.
Oh,
show.
dude.
There you go, dude.
I gambled and lost.
Do you know anybody who can make stickers?
I do,
can,
actually.
I can try. I have some vinyl and a cutter.
Ooh.
That's what's up.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, dang.
So I just
That's
gotta
what's
find
up.
like an artist to like make this. Dude, I'm totally doing this.
I could make it.
I mean, it's just text, so. Should
Yeah, but I want like art with it and shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Slap a squid on it.
You want chart with it?
Well, we
Yeah,
should probably
sure.
get all our characters done then.
Yeah, that is true.
First.
Mhm.
I feel like
What's
I'm
going
gonna
on with
cry.
that? You talking to Kool-Aid?
She was actually in the comments or the chat on the Twitch stream. I don't know if she's still there, but
Oh, earlier. today.
yeah.
Tonight, I mean.
But no, I'll message her after the show's over about that.
Well, I mean, no rush, obviously at her own pace.
Yeah,
I was just
yeah.
curious.
Yeah, I'm just kind
And
of.
because mine was so close to done.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god.
And like, it'd be funny if one of the stickers was like just a fucking line of shrimp. Like,
Badly drawn shrimp.
a badly drawn shrimp.
No. I don't.
A
I
little
don't
special
do.
edition
I
one.
don't do shrimp. It would just be like
Yeah,
We know.
yeah,
He couldn't even draw the shrimp badly.
yeah.
Went and found a picture.
It'd be a special like release sticker. Like only 10 people get this
It's
one.
limited.
Yeah. Like what is this? Like only OGs know.
But okay.
Why is the shrimp not detailed?
Where were you when we shitted and farted on the cephalopod?
Oh, that'd be a good one too.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Where were you? I was traveling to Indiana.
Had shit pant.
My kid shitted pant on the Cephalopod podcast, and all I got was this shitty sticker.
Oh, dude, we got to give that one to Jubes.
Guys, these are gold. If only this
Wait,
thing was
did she
recorded.
shit?
I mean, it is recording.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But
even
Yeah.
better.
I mean, how do you think we got the one to send you to edit before?
But is it though? Is it though?
is it?
Recording?
No, I'm
it?
just- I-
That'd be fucked
I'm
up
just
if I looked down and I was like, oh shit, this whole time we weren't recording.
Yeah, that
That
would
Oh.
be fucked up.
That would be kind of fucked.
I would.
It'd be super fucked if I looked down and I didn't have any pants on.
And they were
Oh,
shitting.
depending on who you're with. I mean, you're not on camera or
Well-
anything, so
That's true, but like you didn't let me finish, and then if I just like shitted on the Cephalus podcast show, I'd have shit all over my gosh dang computer chair.
that would be unfortunate.
Gosh dang.
That
I
would
mean, it'd
make
be
us-
fucked up more for me than anybody else.
Yeah,
y'all
yeah,
would
yeah,
just,
yeah.
Like,
We would just laugh at
I'd give a
you.
that.
description.
You'd
I'd
have
just
to
give a
make it-
description.
We'd have to make a special edition sticker. Fucking, I was there when Randy shit there.
Shit on the air,
And
on
then,
the
uh,
Cephalus
Yeah.
podcast show.
The art would be
Where
like
were you?
the art
Add
would be
truth to
like
the
a
stickers.
fucking jellyfish taking a big old dump.
Big old dumper on his fucking gaming chair.
Translucent jellyfish with like brown,
With a
like
big old
below
poop
it.
emoji in it.
But anyway, so we got to wrap this up. So Randy, what's your favorite food to cook?
My favorite food to cook. I've done this a couple times after I did it at the steakhouse, but like you take filet mignon and you do a red wine reduction with any kind of berries that you want to like use, and you want to puree the berries and with the wine. If you're not just doing a straight up wine reduction, you want shallot and garlic and a little bit of seasoning. You want to do it as minimal as possible because the flavor will come out in the wine and the blueberries. And once you get it reduced to almost like a jelly, you want to put it aside, and then you get your steak. Of course, you just cook it however temperature you want. I like mine mid rare, and then
Same.
Yeah, that's the
yeah.
only way to eat steak.
that's right, baby. That's right, baby.
About as far as you can go without fucking ruining it.
Fuck yeah,
And,
dude! If I had my own restaurant, I'd totally just that. It's like I'm not cooking your steak past mid rare.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can get out.
I hate
That's what I
having to do
when
that
I'm
shit,
cooking for anybody.
especially when
They're
it's
like, "Oh,
well
can you-
done.
Can you cook it well? It's like, no,
Hell no.
I can't.
Like, wait, why
You
would I do
can.
that to a good piece of meat?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like you can fucking
and-
ruin it if you want, but I'm not gonna do that.
and it's
Right.
so fucking hard for me to do it. Like anytime I have to make a well done steak, I'm just like I everything in my being wants to take it off the grill. Like
Burn the shit out of it instead. Like, oh, you want it well done? Here you
yeah, well that too,
Right.
because that's honestly what I
go.
end
Chewy.
up doing.
So
Right.
wait, really quick. I'm new here. So who works in the restaurant industry?
Me.
Randy
I
does,
do as well,
and
yeah.
Octopus does. I just went to culinary school.
Oh,
That's what's up.
Shit. All right, man. Okay, okay.
I have worked in the restaurant industry before, but not currently.
Okay, cool. I have too, actually. I was my first job was a breakfast chef. I was terrible at it, and it was a breakfast parlor / stripper joint. That I
Oh, wow.
was at. Yeah, no,
Oh,
it
That's
is,
interesting.
like,
That's pretty
if-
cool.
I have like a story for everything. My life is insane. But yeah, I did that for a little while. That was my first job, and I worked for this little leprechaun guy who made me serve him raw pork.
God.
Yeah,
What?
no, legit, dude. Like it sounds like a bad fever dream, but this is my life. I've literally I served raw pork to a 4-foot womanizing piece of shit.
Wow.
So have you written a song about that or no?
Actually, I'm so glad you said that because I need to. Because I really
There you
need
go. Yeah, baby. Yeah,
But
Yeah.
you're
that
so
needs to
busy
be
right
known.
now.
to. Sorry, I
You're,
didn't mean to prolong this. I just want to let you
you're
know
such a
that
busy boy right now.
Okay.
How are you
Oh,
gonna do
dude.
that?
I feel like we're all prolonging it at this
Also,
point, so I'm just gonna throw this.
Also, let me just throw this out here. You need to finish our theme song before you jump on that.
Yeah, I was
Okay, so
that's
I
what I
just
was about to
finished-
get at.
You're totally right. I just finished writing it. I'll let you know what's up. I just
Oh,
finished
sick.
writing it. So it's done. Now I just need to record it. And actually, my roommate was just letting me know if actually, I mean, not for anything. I was actually gonna probably do it tonight, but
Oh hell yeah!
obviously, I'm doing this with y'all. But I'm gonna do it probably tomorrow. I think I'm gonna like get it started. Like, so no promises for it to be like, oh, you guys are gonna have it next week.
No, yeah.
But yeah, because I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. So
Man,
but either
I
way,
feel
time,
that.
dude.
I feel that.
Yeah.
it's in the works. It's in
Yeah,
the
you.
works. It's in the works. Big things
Nice.
coming.
Big thangs, big thangs.
Big
So
thangs,
you
big
guys heard it
thangs.
here first. We're getting a theme song
Yes, sir.
eventually
So
at some
and
point.
is that you or is it the odd advantage?
I mean, I'll be working with my bassist, so I mean, it's me, but also working with my bassist. I'm not gonna say it's like from the Odd Advantage. You can just say like it's from Nick Vantage or whatever, because I'll be doing the majority of it. But
I mean, if
but
you
yeah,
if you want to
technically
make it
the
a
Odd Advantage.
non-advantage song, do it, man.
Yeah, I mean, technically it will be, but I mean, we'll cross that bridge when we slurp our way over there.
Slurp.
So the lyrics are already done and everything. So is it too late for me to suggest talking about pooping on the Cephala podcast show?
Yeah, I think shit can't needs to make its way in there now.
I think that shit has sailed. No. You can definitely
It
send me
has
suggestions. Like I said, nothing's like recorded. So yeah,
It's
I'm
not shit
totally.
in stone.
It's not shit in stone. Yeah. I got no problem with Shat.
All right.
That's a stretch, my bad.
Oh shit, dude.
Nothing is far enough, actually.
It was good.
Nah, that was
I liked
good. Yeah.
Podcast.
it. Okay, so
Worth Midwestern goodbye.
Well,
Just everybody.
I
shut
also
up.
didn't finish.
No, seriously.
Oh, Randy
One
didn't
by
finish.
one,
Once
we
the
all
redu-
just
once
leave
the
the room.
reduction, once the reduction is done,
Oh yeah.
and the steak is mid rare with lovely marks, you
Lovely.
put the reduction on top with a fermented strawberry sliced
Huh.
that's been resting in the wine for a couple days now.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to try that.
Then you
That
put
sounds
the-
interesting.
You put a little mint on top of that. It looks beautiful. I have pictures. I just gotta search through my phone for it. But it's a lovely dish if you love meat and love reductions.
I do love meat and
Serve it with
reductions.
vegetables of your. I bet you do.
Oh. Reduce this meat.
So here's my final question.
Oh God.
If I
Is it a dick question?
kind of, if you were to come and then fry it on a pan like an egg, would it like actually fry like an egg? Could you do like scrambled eggs but cum?
I feel like it kind of would, because there's
Yeah.
proteins in there, right?
Yeah.
I think it would fry kind of like an egg.
I think it'd be a little bit different, but I think
It would
you
definitely-
might get the same sort of solidification.
Ooh.
I
Sounds
don't.
like something you're gonna have to test out there, buddy.
I'll totally
either
test that
gonna
and I'll
need to
let you
test
guys
it
know on the
out-
next episode.
Sounds good.
Or
Fry
or
in
just
some
Google
butter.
it. But trying to find out on our own is actually like something that would probably be more interesting to bring up instead of googling it.
You got to keep it.
It's like, yeah, we could have googled it, but fuck that.
How-
We try things on the Cephala podcast show.
How open minded is your new girlfriend, Randy?
You know, that's funny you say
You ready
that.
for some cum bag?
It's funny you say that because technically, he
Oh, my bad.
yeah.
Oh,
She just passes, so because like it makes lets people like treat her like nicely, but
I see.
he identifies as He.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. But very open.
All right, well there you go.
Very. Yep.
You're welcome for the new idea to explore new things with him.
Right.
Eh,
I will bring it up and see what he says.
hell
That's
yeah.
all that matters. Just bring it up.
Right.
If anything,
Oh,
if
dude.
you could record that conversation.
I was just about to say, if you could record it or do it like on the fucking podcast. Like, hey,
for
hey
sure,
babe, come here. I gotta ask you a question.
real
Do you like
quick.
scrambled eggs? Yeah. Do you like cum? Yeah. All right.
What if I scrambled some
I just
Boy,
it's
do
like,
we
all right,
have
that's it.
something for you.
That's it. It's like, okay, guys, got that confirmation.
The confirmation.
Yep.
nice?
Oh shit,
I
dude.
think on that note, that will be all. for the Cephala podcast.
Yeah, that would be a good place
What
to
a
end
good-
it.
What a good sign.
Excellent episode, 10 out of 10. This is probably like my second favorite episode we've done.
Oh,
So,
Covered all the important bases:
we're-
dicks, food, animals.
being a demigod because you can cook your favorite food. Yeah, we learn.
scrambled.
Cody's got a massive ego.
It is a varied episode. I can't wait to hear the rest of it.
Oh, dude,
Sounds like
it's-
part of it.
You missed some
I
good
learned
stuff,
how
buddy.
to treat various sea life, due to
Yeah.
Talked about
Get
snakes.
it right.
We got some
But
stuff to show
anyway,
Squeezy Jibs now. But
We will see y'all next time.
hell yeah,
Thank you for tuning in to the Cephala Podcast Show.
hell yeah.
Getting
Till
high.
then.
Getting high on the Cephala Podcast Show.
Hitting high.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.